Oh my gosh, that fish. Oh my gosh. I thought I had a snag, 100%. Hey guys, what's going on? It's WhatInTheBass, and today we are kayak fishing in the Thousand Islands. We're gonna do a little dock fishing here, and we're gonna do a little tutorial video. So if you guys haven't already, subscribe down below, comment, and like the video. We're gonna do weekly videos from here on out. If you didn't see last week's video, I'll have that link right now on the screen for you. And today we're using this Senko. This is a green pumpkin and red flake. So this is a killer out here on the docks, and especially Thousand Island fishing. If you don't have a boat, it's kind of hard to fish off the dock. So we're gonna go ahead and get right into it. See you then. Just to update you guys, I think we're in about, I don't know, I think this water is about 5 feet deep right here, maybe 6. So it's not the deepest water by any means. So that's why the Senko, I think, was a good option. If it was a little sunnier out, I might switch to like the green pumpkin and red flake, or, you know, a little bait with more color, just because the sun would reflect off it a little bit more than this. But right now the Senko's just blending in with the cover down below, because it's just really weedy and has a lot of algae, so it kind of blends in and looks natural to these fish. That's what I'm trying to get at here. As we're moving down, I'm just feeling more and more weeds, so definitely a different change in vegetation. It's getting a little heavier cover, so this Senko should fit in there perfectly. At least we're not using, you know, swim bait or anything like that, and it's getting caught in these big tall weeds. All right, we're gonna go ahead and pick up in a different spot. We're gonna go ahead and just hit these other docks where these boats are parked, and kind of see if fish were sitting there, because these boats haven't moved all day. So I'm pretty crappy in the water. So we're gonna see if some fish kind of settled in there, since these boats aren't going anywhere and they're not getting all agitated by the motors going off. Oh my gosh, I had a fish. Oh my gosh. I thought I had a snag, 100% snag. He's big. He's big boy. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. We're just gonna let this pull in the water. I don't even care. Oh my god. Oh my god, my heart's beating right now. My pole was fully in the water. Couldn't be more of a mess. I thought he had a snake. He was so big. Oh my god. Look at this man. Oh my gosh. Alright, pole's up. He is an absolute tuna. We're actually in this person's property right now, but he is an absolute biggin. He's huge. Alright, we're gonna get him back in the water. He is thick. We're gonna sit him back in there. We're gonna sit him back in there. It's not a bad start. Oh my gosh. We're actually in these person's yards. We gotta get out of here. That was definitely the biggest fish I got here in the docks. I was just casting along these this coastline here, and I put this cast pretty deep. Like, this cast wasn't really deep at all. Or sorry, it was really deep, and this person's actually coming out. Gonna try to talk to me while I'm asking why I'm here. I put that cast pretty deep into the dock. I didn't even think I was gonna get anything. I thought I had a snag. He must have just munched it as soon as they hit the ground. I was pulling like I had a snag. I don't know if you saw me. I was like just jerking it. And then, of course, when I was pulling him in, my whole pull went in the water. So I was not prepared for that at all. That was definitely the biggest fish I've caught in this kayak. Which isn't anything crazy, but we got that fish here on the green pumpkin Senko. This thing absolutely annihilates it, especially in this clear water. He bit this in half. We have some more here, but wow, that fish just absolutely took it. That was a tuna. At least we know they're in here. They're in the docks or right along there. Today is a bit windy. It's pretty dark. It's cloud coverage, so we're just gonna let this wind take us and move us along these docks, and then we can paddle back, and you know, if we have to, we can just make another pass at this. But it's a good sign seeing those big bass up along these docks right now, especially it's cloudy out. That fish didn't, oh, we just got a big perch, or that was a bass maybe. He ripped this right up. But that was a weird last catch. I mean, that fish didn't like hammer it at all. He just kind of put it in his mouth and started he kept on going with his day. I thought I had a snag. I mean, usually you can feel a fish on your line, but that was crazy. Hey guys, the weather's kind of crappy out right now, and you know, we're getting some rain in here. So we're gonna go ahead and pick up in a little bit. We're gonna wait out this weather here and hopefully get back out when it's sunny. I'll see you guys then. All right guys, so we're out here again today. You know, the weather kind of gave us a nice break, so we're changing to shorts here. We're back out. The weather's kind of nice. It's not nearly as windy. Sun poked out, so we're back here on the docks like we were earlier. You know, probably in the same general area as we caught that first fish. But there's definitely a lot of, you know, bigger smallmouth that's sitting here. So we're gonna go ahead and try to get those guys to poke out. You know, maybe they're out from the sun roaming. Yeah. Yep. Oh, this is a big perch. We caught him right in the bottom. Well, pulls in the water for the second time today. It's just a big perch here. Caught him in a weird spot. Buddy, I'm trying to help you out here. No, he's not working with me here. All right, come on. And he's gone. Anyway, guys, that was a decent sized perch. He kind of got me up. Definitely didn't think I'd get him. Thought that was a smallmouth bass for sure. Kind of ripped apart this Senko. Got me real good. Oh, we'll go ahead and get back out there. That's why it's kind of hard to fish these spots. There's just so many perch. Another little tip that I like to show everyone when I'm out here kayak fishing that most people don't really realize, unless you have a lot of experience kayak fishing, is I like to keep the tip of my rod pretty low in this water. Like, I'll cast out, and once I'm letting this Senko sit, I'll let it sit lower. Like this rod tip, I'll let it sit way lower. So if you do get a bite, you can pull up a lot higher. Just because in a kayak, you don't have like the luxury of standing up and really setting your hook. So if you get a bite and your pull's a little bit lower, you have more room to pull up. But if you keep your pull pretty high and you know, pretty high in your hands, you have less room to yank up and you lose a lot of fish with that hook set. Well, that's one little tip just to kind of be aware of. I lost a lot of fish when I first started kayak fishing just because of that one simple rule. I love just to cast a little bit beyond these docks, and then as I'm kind of moving forward to them, just reeling nice and slow, so my middle of my cast ends up in the front of these docks. So you might not get bites right away if you're casting kind of past them and reeling towards, but once you you know, reel towards these docks, and you might start to get bites as you get closer. I had a few little bites right there, but I think that's just perch. See, we're just laying these casts up right next to these docks. So it just ended up right off the corner of this, which it's a great cast. You know, these bass are definitely nestled right here in these weeds. So you just gotta find what areas you can, you know, they're gonna be in the most. Just again, guys, if you haven't subscribed yet, go ahead and smash that subscribe button, hit the comments down below, and like.